Hello students, in this video we'll deal with the topic valency. Now what is valency? Valency is the combining capacity of an element. Now what is combining capacity of an element? Suppose we are taking an example here, that is water. It means that how many atoms of one element combine with how many number of atoms of another element. Here oxygen is combining with 2 atoms of hydrogen, so it means that the valency of oxygen is 2. And hydrogen, if we 2 atoms combine with 1 atom of oxygen, it means 1 atom will combine with if we consider 1 atom, then its valency is half, and if you solve it you will get it valency 1. This I will tell you how to find the valency of a particular element in a compound, but here oxygen is combining, because 1 atom of oxygen is combining with 2 atoms of hydrogen, therefore we consider the valency of oxygen as 2, and hydrogen valency is 1, because 1 atom of hydrogen, a half atom of hydrogen will combine with 1 atom of oxygen, and if we multiply then we'll get the answer as 1. All the metals have positive valency and all the non-metals have negative valency. Hydrogen, mostly we take the valency of hydrogen as a positive, but hydrogen shows both positive as well as negative valency. It shows positive also and negative also, but mostly it shows positive valency. Next is valency is also determined in the terms of electrons lost from the metals or electrons gained by non-metals in case of an ionic compound. Suppose metal is sodium and it will lose electron according to its valency. Sodium, because it has valency 1, so it will lose 1 electron. So it will lose 1 electron and form a cation with a charge which is equal to its valency, because valency is 1, so it will carry 1 positive charge. Magnesium has valency 2, so it will lose 2 electrons to form a cation which is having 2 positive charges. Similarly, other metals also, they will lose electrons according to their valency and form the cation with the charge which is similar to their valency. So you can determine the valency in terms of the charges on the cations. Similarly is the case with non-metals. Non-metals gain electrons, again the same number of electrons it will gain. Chlorine has valency 1, so it will accept 1 electron and form chlorine negative ion with 1 single negative charge. Oxygen has valency 2, so it will accept 2 electrons and it will form oxygen ion with 2 negative charges. So this is also in accordance with the valency. Chlorine valency is -1, oxygen valency is -2. Similar to the metals. So non-metals always have negative valency and metals have always positive valency. Now how to find the valency of the elements from atomic number 1 to 20? This is in your course. These are the atomic numbers I have written, 1 to 10, and these are the electronic configuration which you have learned in class 8. The electronic configuration of 1 is 1, 2 is 2, for 3 it is 2 and 1. The electrons are divided in 2 shells. Similarly for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 it is 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, 6, 2, 7, 2, 8. Now what is the rule for finding the valency? The last shell electrons that are called valence electrons, we will see to the last valence shell electrons. If it is 1 in the last shell, then the valency will be +1. If it is 2, then the valency will be +2. Again here it is 1 valence electrons, so the valency will be +1. Here it is 2, so it will be again +2, because all the metals have valency in plus. 3, then +3. Till 3 you will put plus sign with the valency. After 4 or greater than 4, what we'll do, we'll subtract it from 8. 8 minus 4, that will equal to 4. 4 will have no charge because mostly they form covalent bonds. That I will tell you later in detail. 8 minus 5. That will give you 3, but now here we will put negative charge because it shows non-metals. Here again 6, so 8 minus 6, that will equal to -2 valency. 8 minus 7, -1 valency, and 8 minus 8 is 0 valency. Next, similarly for 11, we have electronic configuration 281, so valency will be +1. In this valence electron is 2, so +2. In this valence electron is 3, so +3. valence electron is 4, so valency is 4. Here minus 3, 8 minus 6, minus 2, 8 minus 7, minus 1, 8 minus 8, 0, again plus 1 and plus 2. Now all the elements which have valency plus 1, plus 2 and plus 3 are called metals, and those are having valency 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1 are called non-metals. Those who are having valency 0 are called inert or noble gases, and all the elements having valency plus 1 and minus 1 are called univalent or monovalent, because uni means single. If they are having valency plus 2 and minus 2, then they are called bivalent or divalent. If they are having valency plus 3, minus 3, then they are called as trivalent. And if having valency 4, then they are called as tetravalent. Next topic is variable valency. Most of the elements are having more than one valency. And what is the cause of the variable valency? That is the jumping of electron from the valence shell to the penultimate shell. Suppose there are two shells. This is nucleus, and there are 2 electrons here and some electrons here. So if electron jumps to the inner shell, that is last second shell, that is called penultimate shell, then its valency becomes 1, because outermost shell will have only 1 electron. And if it comes back again to the valence shell, then its valency will be 2. So it is due to jumping of electrons between the valence shell and the penultimate shell. Suppose iron has 2 valencies, that is plus 2 and plus 3. Some metals have variable valency. The one with the lowest valency will put the term here us, and with the name of the element, and plus 3 will the higher valency we will use the term ic. So iron with plus 2 valency is either written as iron, in bracket you write valency 2 in Roman numbers, or you can write ferrous, because ferrum is the name of the iron, scientific name, and we'll put us. And if iron is having valency 3, then we'll write iron, and in Roman numbers we'll write in valency 3, and it will be written in name as ferric, we'll put ic. Similarly, one more example, copper is having valency plus 1 and plus 2, so it will be having name cuprous for plus 1 and cupric for plus 2. And if you want to write in symbolic form, then copper 1 and copper 2. Write full name, no symbol should be written. Here you have to write full name. Copper, valency 1, copper with valency 2. Next is radicals. Radicals are the atoms or groups of atoms behaving as a single unit with a charge. If we write a single atom with a charge, or if we write group of atoms with a charge, then they are called as radicals. There are 2 classification of radicals, simple and compound radical. Simple radical are having single atom, Cl negative, Na positive, Mg2 positive. These are all simple radicals. And if there are more than 2 atoms, then they are called compound radicals, like OH negative, NH4 positive. These are groups of atoms carrying a charge which behaves as a single unit, so they are called as compound radicals. Another classification is basic and acidic radicals. Basic radicals means cations. Basic radicals always carry a positive charge, like Na positive, it is a basic radical. Mg2 positive is a basic radical. Al3 positive is a basic radical. NH4 positive is a basic radical. Here radicals which contain positive charge are called basic radicals. They are also called electropositive radicals. Acidic radicals carry negative charge. If the atom or group of atoms carry negative charge, like Cl negative, OH negative, S2 negative, O2 negative, then these are all called acidic radicals, or you can say electronegative radicals. The radicals which carry negative charge are called acidic radicals or electronegative radicals, and the radicals which carry positive charge are called basic or electropositive radicals. Now in your books some radicals are given with their charges, which you have to learn from your book. These are the radicals given in your books with the charges and name of the elements. This you have to learn, and this I will send you later after this video. Then you have to copy it in your copies. Okay, thank you.